Bill. We're on now. I hit that button. We're ready.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Hometown Cable, the ultimate high school sports network in Clinton County. This is Wild Bill Chase with Steve Chilton doing the camera work. We're in beautiful downtown Cortland for a Class C semifinal Final Four game of Northern Adirondack Bobcats on their first trip ever against the Holland Dutchmen. They are right now introducing both teams. As you can see here on the camera, the PA system not very loud. You can't ask for a better day here. You know, God has blessed us with some great weather. Count your blessings, folks. NAC girls making their first trip down. I can remember when NAC boys made their first trip ever to a Final Four back in the late 90s. My son Nick was on the team. Steve Chilton's son Steve Jr. was on the team. We had to travel out west to the Rochester area, and actually a snowstorm, lake effect snow, had hit the area all the way from Watertown into Rochester. Ended up where we some rough traveling to get to that Final Four, but here, beautiful day yesterday to travel and beautiful morning to travel.
Number 12, Jenna Lewis. Number 15, Haley Heimers.
Haley Heimers, she's the keeper.
Number 21, Megan Calderone.
The Dutchmen had 12 shutouts throughout the year. Of the 17 1-1 record, again ranked number 2 in the state.
Number 24, Samantha Malloy. Now the starting lineup for Northern Adirondack.
Northern Adirondack Bobcats and the loud, boisterous NAC supporting group here. Over 100 people making the trip.
Amanda Wilson.
Amanda Wilson, number 21.
Number 20, Avery Lambert. Number 19, Juliana Gardner. Number 18, Katie Trombley. Number 17, Paige Chilton. Number 15, Victoria Pazer. Number 14, Tyler LaFountain. Number 12, Rachel King. Now for the starting lineup.
Starting lineup.
Dana Burrow.
Dana Burrow, number 13. Taylor Durnan, number 11.
Number 9, Anna Lashway.
Anna Lashway, the goalkeeper, starting, number 9.
Megan McGee.
Megan McGee, number 8.
Number 7, Rachel Venn.
Rachel Venn, one of the leading scorers for the Bobcats.
Brunel.
Megan Brunel, number 6.
Number 5,
Jillian Scott anchors that defense. Number 5. Alexis Boris, number 4. Number 3, Ellie Ward. Olivia Pazer, number 2. And McKenna McGee, number 1. That's the starters for the Bobcats.
We ask at this time everyone please rise for playing of our national anthem.
Playing in the national anthem. Flags over to our left, Steve. They ought to turn it up. Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, can you see our star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free, and the home of the brave. Yeah, I'm ready. Be loud, be proud, and be positive. They just announced on the PA system. Wild Bill Chase, Steve Chilton here. We're underway at this Final Four game. The Northern Adirondack varsity girls playing in their first Final Four ever against the Holland Dutchmen. It's the Bobcats. They're in their home uniforms. Got the white and gold with the green numbers. In the program, it lists the colors of the school as what is it? They've got them listed as dark green and old gold, they call it. Dark green and old gold. I got my old gold shirt on with a dark green bow tie and a dark green vest. That's Durnan getting a foot on it. Ball's put into, blocked by, I believe, Megan McGee. The official ball of the Final Four here is the Brine ball, I guess. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Last time these two teams actually played a 9:30 starting soccer game was probably when they were playing in the youth level. Lajway with a save right there. Big play there by Anna Lajway on that corner kick. Shot, it's an early goal. Scramble in front, and you did not want to see that happen here at NAC. Get behind early. Still plenty of soccer to go, 38-47 on the clock, and the Holland Dutchmen have jumped out to a 1-goal lead as a result of that corner kick.
I said earlier about corner kicks and direct kicks are a big part of this game.
Yeah, and you got to clear those. I'm not quite sure who scored. I think it was number 21 for Holland. 21 would be Megan, I can't say her last name. Holland has purple and gold are their colors. That's one of their big guns with the ball. And a good play defensively by Taylor Durnan. The Butterflies probably going to have to be worked out. Warwick touches it to Ben. Ben back to Warwick. She tries to give it.
Number 23, Olivia Schmidt.
Olivia Schmidt was the goalkeeper. I thought it was 21, and Olivia Schmidt is their leading scorer. She tallied 45 goals prior to this game anyways. So far in the 2000, and now it's up to 46. Jillian Scott clears it. Just like at Plattsburgh High School, we're here at Cortland High School. They have a track around, and then inside the track you've got a football field, a combination soccer field, and it looks like there's something, it's probably lacrosse. So the yellow lines are your soccer field, the white lines are your football field markings, and then the purple lines are probably the lacrosse markings. That's McGee. Giving it to Ben. Ben has some space. Cuts to her right. Nice play there. Touches it up to Warwick. Warwick goes back outside. Good ball movement by the Bobcats here. Ben hustles. And the defenders there for the Dutchmen to knock it out of bounds. Dana Burrow throws the ball in. Well, just point it in the right direction, Steve. We got a sun here. Beautiful day here. Supposed to be into the 50s today. Durnan. She gets knocked down. Schmidt and Durnan just inside the Dutchman end of the field. Jillian Scott on the restart. It's the Dutchman defender gets ahead on it. Wild Bill Chase here. Traveling down to Cortland, New York. We're at the Cortland High School. Saturday morning soccer on Hometown Cable, your ultimate high school sports network in Clinton County. Steve was talking to me earlier before the game, and great send-off yesterday for this team. They left on Friday morning from the school, had a rally inside the school at 10 after 8. They got on the bus. All the NAC elementary students outside waiting in the parking lot. Parents, fire trucks from all the fire departments in the district. Altona, Allenburg Center, Allenburg Corners, Cherubusco, Lime Mountain. Come down and participate. The police escorting them out. off school property and onto Route 11 and sending them on their way. And Steve said it was tremendous. Good job by everybody, the school district, putting a fantastic job together to send this school off the proper way. Dutchman on the attack. That's put in. Lashway calls off her defenders, picks up that ball. 1-0 is the score. Smith with the early goal. Then lets that bounce. She steals it away from the defender. Heads up there. And you got 4 of them converging on you, Rachel. You gotta give that up there. Megan McGee, your younger sister over there. They come right up the middle. That's Megan Burnell slowing down that forward progress. But Smith now with the ball. Smith takes a shot. Lashway will handle that with no problems. Bobcats making it to this point in the season. Well, they won the sectional title, 1-0 over Seton. Started off their Section 7 in a semifinal game. They had to win that game in a shootout over the Lake Placid Blue Bombers and prevailed in the penalty kick situation. It was 1-1 after all the overtimes were played, and then they won. They beat out Lake Placid in penalty kicks, and then the championship game of Section 7 they prevailed over Seton Catholic by a score of 1-0. And their next game was held up in. Oh, there's a shot put off by the Dutchman. That goes wide of the net. And their first game in New York State playoffs was Section 10 opponent, the Bruston-Moriah Panthers. And that was played at SUNY Canton on a Wednesday night. Or was it a Tuesday night? I can't remember. No, it's Wednesday night, November 6th. Another warm night. One thing the Bobcats have enjoyed pretty much since they got into the New York State playoffs is some good weather. It was a warm, windy night. Panthers were up 2-1 at the halftime, but the Bobcats scored 2 unanswered goals in the second half, and they won that game 3-2 to advance to the regional final game. And in the regional, Kandahara was their opponent, and they prevailed in that game by a score of 3-1. Leading scorers for the Cats, who have been all year, are the senior Ellie Warwick and the junior Rachel Venn. Venn has, I think, 19 goals, and I think Warwick might have 20 goals, something like that. So they can be a deadly combination. No wind here, just a lot of sunshine. Got a loud, boisterous crowd down below us. We're up above the press box. McKenna McGee clears it. And Alexis Boris pushes it up the field. Olivia Pazier, she can't get there. There's a shot put over the top of the net. Young girl named Lisa. 32 minutes left here in the opening half of this Final Four game here in beautiful, what's this, the Finger Lakes areas we're in? Yeah. We're in the Finger Lakes area of New York State, Cortland, New York, at the Cortland High School. Some great facilities they've got here. It's very similar to what Plattsburgh does, but the stands they've got here are a lot bigger than what Plattsburgh has. And actually, we're above. They got a press box right below us. We're sort of we're outside Calvin, not inside the press box where they got the heat, but we don't need it. It's such a great morning here. Burl battling there. Now it's Durnan on Smith. Smith moves to her right, pass into the middle. Nice play there by Bulrus. Ben, she's battling with the defender. Shields her off with the body, number 22 for the Dutchman. Ball squirts into the middle of the field. Ball's pushed to the outside. McKenna McGee there. That should be a... Oh! Must have went off the foot of McGee. You're in a dangerous situation again. They got to, get a little tougher in front. Mark up well. The Dutchman's first goal was scored on the result of the after effects of a corner kick, and here we go again. Battle in front, headed out. Number 7 with the ball, shot. Lajway diving to her left, makes the save. She's made 2 big saves here so far. And keeps the game 1-0 for the Dutchman. Foul called against the Dutchman.
That was close again, Bill.
She was diving. Oh, she dove to her right. I said I think she dove to her left. And I got to apologize. I think I screwed up on the national anthem a little bit. I was singing there and picked it up. But it's Saturday morning, I can't remember. Well, like I said, there's Ben. Ben, the ball's on the ground. Oh, and the keeper able to get to it. That ball was bouncing around dangerously just inside the box and got away from the keeper for a second, but she was able to corral it, and then she's down on the ground, and Rachel Venn was on the verge of trying to kick it maybe out of her hands, but the official blew it down. Indirect kick, dangerous play type of thing. McGee gets ahead on it. Burrell. No, that's not Burrell, that's Burnell. Burnell. I don't know, from our vantage point, this just looks like a really wide field. It even looks wider than the Plattsburgh High School one, but I don't think it is.
Football field.
Yeah, but we're kind of high up in our advantage here at this field in Cortland. Got a lot of room over there beyond that football. It's got to be 10 yards or better. There's Schmidt with the ball. Moving down the right side, shot into the middle or cross. Lajway gets a hand on it, cleared away by the Bobcat defense. Nice play by Anna Lajway, playing a strong game so far here. McKenna McGee, far side of the field. Her clearing attempt can't go. Jillian Scott sends it up the left side. Stolen away by Megan McGee. Olivia Pazer trying to push it down the left side, unable to do so. Sent back in on the Bobcat defense. Dernan steps in front of Schmidt before she could get control of the ball, but it's knocked out of bounds. It's a throw-in for the Dutchman. Dernan right on the back of Schmidt. Schmidt puts it into the middle. Lajway comes out right on top of the 6-yard line. Snares that loose ball. Smothers it up. Big play there.
She's quick. Dernan had all she could to handle her that time.
Yeah, she's got to bump her some more.
Yeah.
There's the ball put up by Megan McGee. Rachel Venn now applying the pressure. They'll let that go out of bounds. It'll be the Bobcat throw-in. Dania Burrell will take the throw-in. We've got subs coming in for the Cats.
Katie Trombley.
Who?
Katie Trombley.
Katie Trombley.
Yeah, that's who's coming in. Borrow's out.
Number 18. No, Burnell's out.
Burnell's out.
Or no, McGee. McGee's out over there.
Okay, Katie Trombley came in.
Yeah, for McKenna McGee. There's Megan McGee getting a foot out on that ball on the top of the 18 here on the right side of the field, but she sends it over to the end line, so it's a goal kick coming up for the Dutchman. 26 minutes and just over 26 minutes left in the opening half. The Dutchman scoring with the minute and about 13 seconds into the game. They are up by a score of 1-0. Dernan, she's marking the Schmidt girl. Goes outside, not a lot on that. That enabled the Dutchman halfback to keep it in the Bobcat end. Megan McGee steals it away. Looking for Ben. Can't get it by that defender. Schmidt with Dernan on her back. So Schmidt gets a nice pass through. And there's Anna Lajway coming out again. Nice job by the goalkeeper for Northern Adirondack. Come out and jump on that loose ball. Because that girl was going in all by herself on the pass from Schmidt.
She set that one up too, Bill.
Yeah, she did. Bobcats got to play more of a ball control game here. They're just booting it and giving it right to the Dutchmen, who do play a more of a ball control game than NAC has thus far. No matter what happens here, though, the Bobcats got to be very, and all NAC school district and parents, grandparents, graduates are very proud of this Northern Adirondack Bobcat Girls Soccer team from 2013. Just being here is a great accomplishment, and everything else, anything else you gain here today is gravy, the way I look at it. It's an experience that they're going to remember the rest of their lives, and many of their parents probably remember it for the rest of their lives. The official times being kept on the field, they announced before, just at the beginning of the game, and the clock will be shut off when there's 2 minutes left in the half. Just so that, in case anybody are paying attention and you can see the clock in the background or something. My cameraman Steve Chilton here. Goal kick coming up for the Bobcats. Well, the one good thing here, what the Cats have, they've been playing on the fields this size for their last 2-3 games. Well, 3 games, 4 games now. The semifinal for Section 7, the final for Section 7, then the 2 regional games, the semifinal and the final of the region. And the NAC boys made their first trip. They weren't supposed to play on turf, but they ended up because of the snow, and they got that got moved to Canisius. And they didn't have the turf shoes. It was the older style turf. And actually the school they played against, they had brought turf shoes with them. Or they went out and bought them or something. That one was sent in to the keeper. Off the back of the Dutchman. That's Megan McGee. No, that's not Megan. That's I think that was Burnell over there. But now the Dutchman back on the attack. That's sent into the box. Lashway's going to come out and pick that up. No problems. That was probably Katie Trombley over there, who I was mixing her up with McGee, the sub that had come in for McKenna. That ball is off the left foot of Megan McGee, sent out of bounds here to the near side. The Dutchman with the throw in. It's off the foot of Ben. And the defender, number 22, is off her foot. Ben tries to step into the middle, but that ball is stolen away. Holt Smith uses the body to shield off Dernan. Scott comes out. Dernan on her heels, and Scott combine to take that ball off the foot of Smith. Good defensive play there. Good teamwork on their part. Ellie Warwick. That should be a Bobcat throw-in. Yeah, it is. The Holland girl picked up the ball first, but officials got that call right. Oh, that's McKenna McGee is back in the game. I didn't know when she came back in. Didn't notice. Okay, number 1. Bobcats, I don't believe we've mentioned who they're coached by, well, the Miami Heat, they've got their big three. The NAC Bobcats got their big four in the coaching department. You got Shara Relation, the head coach. You got Carol Lyons, her assistant coach. The volunteer coach is Gina Rosenbaum, and the modified coach is Jessica Barnhart. Jessica is also the basketball varsity coach for NAC Girls varsity basketball. And that's practice has been underway for, what, 10 days now? Or?
Yeah, since the 4th of November.
Oh, since the 4th of November, yep. And today's the 16th. Well, that's blocked. Shot. Lashway will handle that with no problems. Yeah, basketball. We got quite a few of the girls here making this trip to the Final Four. Will be playing varsity basketball. Taylor Dernan, Paige Chilton, Megan McGee, Rachel Venn, Alexis Bolra, she plays basketball. Does Ellie Warwick play basketball?
Yep.
Yeah, Ellie Warwick. Is a goalkeeper, Anna Lashway?
Anna does too.
Yeah, she's another basketball player. Jillian Scott, yeah, she plays basketball. So.
On the varsity level, those are the varsity players.
Yeah. Bobcats, a young team. They only got, well, I don't know, they only have what? How many seniors on this team? 3 or 4?
Four seniors, 3 that start though.
Okay. 4 seniors, 3 that start. The 3 starters are Jillian Scott, Ellie Warwick, and who's the other one?
Didn't even have to caught me off guard here. Tyler LaFountain.
Tyler LaFountain.
Wilson, Saldon.
Oh.
2 starters.
2 starters. On the goal kick. That's off the foot of the Dutchman. Should be Bobcat throw-in. Daniel Burrell will throw it in. Pazer now here on the right side. Mork is in the middle. Ben moved over to the right wing. As we've seen in the past, they move around quite a bit up front, switching some in the middle to side. That just helps. You got the other the defending team trying to find you on offense. Helps you confuse them a little bit if you move around from your positions. Dutchman on the throw-in. That's Brunel. Brunel gets it up to midfield, but the defender beats Pazer there. Ball's off the body. Brunel. Cats having a difficult time here this morning in this Saturday morning Final Four soccer game and getting any kind of control of the ball. Boris to Warwick. Warwick ends up losing the ball. It's dropped back. Sent up to Smith. Dernan able to win that battle there. McKenna McGee. Tapped by her. Smith ends up being tripped up by Taylor Dernan. No call made. We got a corner kick coming up. Dutchmen have shown they can be effective on corner kicks with that early goal. Score is still 1-0. We're down to 6:45. No, it's not 16:45 left in the opening half here on the Hometown Cable, your ultimate high school sports network in Clinton County. Wild Bill Chase and Steve Chilton traveling 4 or 5 hours. Loose ball in front, pops up, Anna Lashway just snares it out of the air calmly and coolly. Yeah, it's pretty close to a 5-hour trip from Lime Mountain anyways, and probably the same Ellenburg-wise. I traveled down Fort Drum area last night. Took me 3 hours to get there from Plattsburgh. I went and saw the grandchildren, Colby and Carter. And the Dutchman back on the attack. Number 12 steps to her left. The ball's was I'm not quite sure. Oh, that was the Brunel girl. Got a foot on it. And then with the help of I think Taylor Dernan, put it out of bounds. There's Megan McGee. Ben. The girl was all over. Ben gets bumped. Puts it up to Pazer. Got to send it up. She tries to. Warwick taps it outside. Ben in a foot race. Gets tied up. Blocks that. Ben now with the ball. Deep into the Dutchman territory. Steps back. Goes to Burrow. Burrow puts it into the middle. Warwick can't get there. It's cleared away. Megan McGee heads it back in on the Dutchman defenders. Warwick heads it over one defender, but the sweeper's there. Alexis Bolris. The call goes for the Bobcats. Subs coming in. Who's that? Julian Gardner that came in? I think it is.
Yes, it is.
Juliana Gardner come in. Megan McGee getting a breather. And Ellie Warwick has now moved into the center half position. Mulris. Oh, Julian Scott. No, that's Burnell, I believe. Yep. Burnell steals the ball away. Good play there. Bobcats, 3-4 of them there. Bobcats pushing, showing a little push here in the late stages of the opening half. Ben keeping the ball in. She does. Gets it to Burrow. Burrow into the middle. Oh.
Just bang it. They got to control it. And don't put a purpose somewhere.
Smith gets by Burnell. Moves to her left. Durnan's there. Now moves to her right. Her shot. It's off the backside of Jillian Scott. Lajway. Oh. Somebody just saved the goal. I think it was Jillian Scott. Scott just... Lajway out of position. And Scott in the right place at the right time ends up blocking that ball. I'm in the way. Okay, sorry, Steve. Thought it was a corner kick. No, it's a throw in here. And score remains 1-0. We got a corner kick as Bolris got her body on it, knocks it over the end line. Subs coming in. Loose ball. Gotta want that more than the other team. It's bouncing around. Lajway calls off her defender. Nice heads-up play there by Anna Lajway. On the punt. Ben trying to get it under control. Burrell sends it into the middle of the field. Nobody there for NAC. Bolris looking for Ben. Ben trying to tap it to Juliana Gardner, unable to do so. Daniel Burrell falls down, gets back up, working hard there. Burrell applying some pressure there, but that's off the body of Bolris, and then the pass into the middle. That's Pazer heading it over to the Dutchman defender, but the stopper is there for the Dutchman. Subs coming in. Megan McGee will return. Juliana Gardner will coming off the field, and Ellie Warwick moves back up to the front of the line. She's on the right side, Rachel Venn, and Pazer over on the left. Tapped off the foot of the Dutchman by McKenna McGee. She gave it to her sister, and she gave it right back to McKenna. Put it in deep into the Dutchman territory, but it's cleared. McKenna gets the ball under control. She finds Ben. Ben can't get that ball under control. Warwick. That ball seemed to skip away from her. Nice ball up here to the left side. Sends number 30 down. Burrow hustles back. gets a foot on it, and then the ball is sent out of bounds by Megan Burnell. 10:40 left here in the opening half. Score is 1-0. The Dutchmen picking up that early goal. About a minute and 13 seconds into the contest. That was Smith, their leading scorer, who now has 46 goals for the 2013 soccer season, the Class C level. The Holland Dutchmen from Section 6 with a 17-1-1 record, facing off here in Cortland High School against the Northern Adirondack Bobcats. Final four action. This is a semifinal game. Winner of today's contest will play tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I guess they want to, if you're in Class C this year, you get their, they want to remind you of what it was like to play all your youth soccer games. They used to play on Saturday mornings, probably at 9:30, 10. If you were lucky, you had an 11 o'clock start. That ball's tapped out of bounds, and Bobcats on the throw-in. Rachel Venn not looking at Burrow. Venn moves to her left. Keeps moving to her left. Got to get a shot here. That's blocked. Megan McGee steps up. The shot comes into the keeper. She's calmly and coolly moving to her left.
I believe that's our first shot of the first half.
I think so. That ball takes a funny spin. A couple bodies end up on the ground through the legs of the official. I didn't get the names of the officials. Three-man system, one in the middle. And you got your, what they call their ARs now, assistant referees, holding the flags. They're on the sidelines. Good step up there by McKenna. Megan McGee. Cats with a little push here. That's off the head of a Dutchman defender. Late stages of the opening half. Northern Adirondack. And the Holland squaring off. Morks on the ground. Burrow. She stepped up. She's limping a little bit. She might be hurt. The official checks her out. It appears she's going to walk it off. On the throw-in. Burrow. Ball comes out free to Ben. Ben going back to McGee. McGee to work. A nice touch inside to Ben. Got to get the shot off. And Bobcats applying some pressure here in the later stages of the opening half. Down by a score of 1-0. The keeper on the punt. McGee taps it up. Warwick trying to shield off the defender. Ben actually ends up with it. Taps it back to Warwick. That's out of bounds. Bobcats. Once again, a little push here. Ben. Dernan beats Smith to the ball. Taps it up there on the left side. Pacer forces the defender to kick it out of bounds, and McKenna McGee will throw the ball in. Ball's on the far side of the field. McKenna McGee on the throw-in. Illegal throw?
Illegal throw. Pick their foot up, I believe, Bill.
Yeah, picked their foot up. An illegal throw. Dernan and Schmidt. That's off the foot of the Dutchman. McKenna McGee with the throw-in. They're going to leave it. Let Taylor Dernan take the throw. Dernan will go to McKenna. Pazer gets cut off there. McKenna now on the throw-in. Official making her step back a little bit. Well, Durnan, well, if you're going to do that, well, let Taylor take the throw-in. Taylor trying to find Ben. The ball's put into the box. Cleared. It's in the middle of the field. Megan McGee hustling. Beats the defender there. Works off her body. Trying to push it through Rachel's territory, but unable to do so. And the Dutchmen in transition come back up the field. Nice ball there to the right side, but Jillian Scott is able to play that off to the foot of the Dutchman player. I think she was looking to try and tap it into the middle and send Smith down the gut. Anna Lasway putting in a strong performance here in the first half. Only allowed that early goal. She's made some, since that point, she's made some spectacular plays and some heads up decisions in regards to keeping it a one-goal game. Ball's at the middle of the field in the Bobcat end. Burl, she's worked hard here this morning. It's tough to say this morning. Ben, off her body, keeps it moving towards the Holland goal. It's off the foot of number 22. Sent out of bounds. Stingy defense here, the Holland Dutchmen. They've
very good defenders. They miss the ball, they take them on.
Yeah. Now there's a chance right there that Rachel, she had to get that ball under control and ends up spinning off her foot. Burrow swings and misses. Now this Dutchman defense, they've they had 12 shutouts, we said earlier in the game. Throughout out of the 19 games they've played, they've outscored their opponents in the playoffs that they've participated in by scores of 17-4. That's a pretty wide margin. Bobcats, they've won games 1-0, 3-2, 3-1, and then that shootout. 1-1, 1-0, 3-2, 3-1. But made the most of their opportunities. That's off the body of Boris. Oh, that was dangerous. Number 30. Loose ball here. Just made an announcement. They were reminding everybody the stadium clock will go off with 2 minutes to go. Official time being kept on the field by the center official, or in the mid.
They're better. We've only had one shot. But we're still in the game.
On the throw-in, the far side of the field. Megan McGee tripped up on the 25-yard line, so it'll be 35 yards out. Well, they moved it up to the 20-yard line. Well, the official makes them move it back to about 23, so you're looking at a 33 yards away from the goal line. Taylor Durnan puts it on net. The keeper able to handle that with no problems, but Durnan got it on goal. Official time on the field. The stadium clock is now off. We're down and we're into the late stages of the opening half. Bobcat Soccer here on Hometown Cable, your ultimate high school sports network in Clinton County. Calvin Castine in his 31st year of broadcasting local high school events, community events, stories. Shot. Ladgway pushes the ball to her right. Looked a little unorthodox, but she got the job done there. I don't know if she had to do that, but she kept it out of the net. That's all that matters. Burnell to Boris. Boris puts it towards the middle of the field. Warwick loses that foot race. Megan McGee, or McKenna McGee, able to disturb that enough where it's off the foot, and then Warwick recovered, and they move it up. Pazer and Warwick on the left side of the field. Probably about a minute left here in the opening half. Megan McGee, nice job there to get around the defender and put a body on the ball. Bobcats, as this game has progressed, have they seem to be getting more comfortable out there on the field. It's a half that's been primarily been dominated by the Dutchmen, but Cats only down by 1. Anything can happen in a game of soccer. And that's the half. It's halftime here on Hometown Cable. Final 4 soccer actions for girls varsity, Class C level of New York State. Northern Adirondack Bobcats and the Holland Dutchmen here at Cortland High School. And the score at the half, 1-0. The Dutchmen on top with their leading scorer, Smith, tallying the goal 1-13 into the game. Wild Bill Chase and Steve Chilton will be back with second half action after the break. Second half action about to get underway. This Final 4 game, Class C varsity girls soccer for New York State playoffs. Northern Adirondack Bobcats against the Holland Dutchmen, and the Dutchmen are up by a score of 1-0 as a result of an early goal by Olivia Smith, number 23, their leading scorer for the year. Off the loose ball as a result of a corner kick. Actually, Anna Lashway on the first ball towards the net after that corner kick, she made a tremendous save, but then ball stayed in front of the net. Cats unable to clear it, and Smith buried it into the net. Steve Chilton, Wild Bill Chase, who's better known as Sweet William now, here at Cortland High School in Cortland, New York. About a 5-hour drive from the Northern Adirondack School District to get here. Team took off yesterday morning. A great send-off by the school. And like I tip our hat to all the people that were able to put that together for the team. And the wind has picked up here, folks. It's Saturday morning soccer here on Hometown Cable. Saturday morning. This was started about 9:38 in the morning. And once again, well, something that both teams had to deal with, but play soccer all year long after school, or an evening 6:30 start, or maybe 6 o'clock start, something like that. But there ain't too many times that you're playing at 9:30 at a high school level any. So they're bringing them back to youth soccer days. This 9:30 start. The switch end of the fields. It's a free kick now. The official saying it's a free kick. Chelsea number 9 is going to take it for the purple and gold Dutchmen. The Bobcats are the dark green and old gold listed in the program. Megan McGee can't get a head on it. Ball's loose. Smith, the shot. Ball was loose on the deflection. Keeper down, Lashway, and I think it was it Jillian Scott again? Clear it. Jillian Scott. That's 2 times now, Scott. First time in the first one was in the first half, where she saved a goal, and then that loose ball. Then 4 defenders. They're all backing up on her, letting her move the ball up the field. Warwick caught down in the Bobcat end of the field. She hustles up. It's kicked out of bounds.
Got caught on the inside.
Yeah, she got caught way back. After that, I think on that free kick. The wind that we've said it's picked up, and the flag is starting to move a little bit, and actually I think the wind is blowing in the favor of NAC. So we'll see if that plays out to anything during this half. Cats have got to come from behind. They've done it before. A game against Bruston Mariah, that regional semifinal game, down 2-1 at the half. Scored 2 goals. Second half, won that game 3-2. That pushed them into the regional final that was held at Plattsburgh High School, and they prevailed in that game by a score of 3-1 over Kandahara. It was the Kandahara Cougars, that's right. And everybody in hometown cable land knows Cougars as being the Northeastern Clinton Cougars. Big rivalry with Northern Adirondack over the years. That Route 11 thing, I think. Bobcat shootout coming up in 2 weeks, actually, from yesterday. Day after Thanksgiving, the shootout. Used to be Northern Adirondack, Franklin Academy, Chateauguay, and Northeastern all would play in that. Got some different schools now that participate. I don't know if Franklin Academy does anymore. So that's Friday night and Saturday night after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is the 28th, late Thanksgiving. Olivia Pazer, takes a hard hit.
That was a pretty good hit, Mel. Dropped her shoulder.
And the hip. She threw it all into her. Young Pazer girl. Getting nailed there, but she got up. Just rattled a little. Dernan has done a decent job of containing Schmidt. Loose ball. Number 9 there. Got in front of Ben, but the keeper came out to the top of the 18. McKenna McGee trying to stop that forward progress. Not able to do so. And Jillian Scott, the stopper, able to clear it up to midfield. That's off the foot of Burnell. Dutchman lose control there. McKenna McGee. Pazer now in the middle of the field. She can't get it to Warwick. Dutchman defender there easily. Scott. See, Jillian Scott right there had time to control that ball a little bit and look for her options as opposed to just booting it off her foot, I think. That's off the foot of Pazer. McGee to Ben.
Everything to the back. You notice that? The back's always to the defender.
Dania Merle. She's moved over to the far side of the field now. She plays the right halfback position. Ellie Warwick. 1-0 is the score. Press Republican had a nice article in the paper on Friday in regards to this team, this game. So we tip our hat to the Press Republican. Job well done. Free kick for the Bobcats. Top of the 18, Ben. She's cut off. She's got to beat that person to that spot where that ball's going to end up. Got to get more aggressive out there, Rachel. Saturday morning soccer. A beautiful Sunday, or beautiful sunny Saturday morning that is here in Cortland. Temperatures probably going to get up to the mid-50s. Ben using her body to
legal throw, Bill?
must be. Wow, and Rachel Ben was doing a nice job of using her body as a shield to shield off the defender, and ends up going against the Cats on an illegal throw. McKenna McGee on the foot race, gets there. But the defender for the Dutchman clears it right back to McKenna, who puts it back in on the Dutchman defense. Ben can't get there. Ben now has the ball. She looks to go to Megan McGee. Ellie Warwick puts it to Megan McGee. The shot goes in on the keeper. She handles it with no problem and skips up into her hands. She throws the ball down the right wing. Ball spins away from Pazer. Seems to be a lot of backspin on the ball here in this game.
Yeah, a little well, the wind's picked up too, Bill, right?
Yeah, and the wind has picked up. I had to throw my coat on. Nice job there, Mary Brunel girl. Cut off that forward progress. The ball skips. Smith goes through the feet of Dernan. Smith now dealing with Jillian Scott. Taps into the middle. Cleared away by the Bobcat defender. I think it was Alexis Boris. Nice play there by Alexis. Dangerous though for the Bobcats. Smith got free on the right side. About 31 minutes left here in the half. Remember, with 2 minutes left to shut off the stadium clock. Smith, Dernan falls down. This could be dangerous. She moves to her left. A shot. And she sends it over the top of the net. Smith getting some space there. That was her left foot. Dernan falling down enabled Smith to create herself some space. She took the shot before Scott could get there. And worked out for the Bobcats as they she sent it over the top of the net. Smith now with the ball again. Smith.
According to my iPod, Bill, we got 10-mile-an-hour winds.
All right. Steve Chilton with his iPod says we got 10-mile-an-hour winds. I don't know, it feels a little bit bigger than 10 miles an hour, Steve. It's on our backs, though. And I don't know how much of an effect it's really having on the field because the corner flags aren't moving that much. Corner kick here. Sale, wow, that's a strong corner kick.
Yeah, they very strong.
That corner kick went past the goal and then
That's probably their other senior right there. That was their sweeper that took that kick.
a couple bodies fall down. Dana Burrell, she gets back up. Megan McGee kicks it out the defender's foot or the offensive player's foot and sends it out of bounds. It's a throw-in.
The Bobcats are going to have to go long over their halfbacks, fullbacks.
Well, they're going to get to a point, though, where they're going to have to open it up maybe and start pushing their halfbacks and even the diamond defense up the field a little bit. Jillian Scott steps up inside the penalty area, but clears it momentarily anyways. The backspin, and once again, we've seen a lot of that. Burrell, nice job there, helping clearing it. Now McKenna McGee, their left foot, sends it up the field and over the center line. Olivia Pazer can't get there. Dutchman on the restart, quickly with the throw-in. 23, Smith with the ball. Got the ponytail and the headband on.
That's McGee, right? No. Why?
Taylor Dernan. Dernan with the block. It's a goal kick as Smith taps it out of bounds over the end line. Pretty good size crowd here for Northern Adirondack. I think we outnumber the Holland crowd, and they didn't have as far to travel as we did. Quite a few boys soccer players here made the trip. Rough time to see to make this trip. A rough time, game time start. There's Lajway again coming out, smothering that ball. Anna Lajway has played an outstanding game here today. She'd have been off just even a little bit. This could be way out of hand. Defender Smith, the offensive player Smith gets in there, and there is Lajway again, jumping on that loose ball. Get the beer to her left there on the punt. Ben at midfield. Ben moves into the middle. Nice move there. Men now with the ball, continue to maintain control. Goes to Burl. Burl sends it down the right side, but it's cleared away. That's Megan Burnell. She stops that forward progress by the Dutchman. You better check your iPod again. It's kind of cold now with this wind.
Been worse though, ain't Bill?
Oh yeah, especially yeah, at home games, even at Northern Adirondack or up at Northeastern. Little body contact there by young McGee girl. That young McKenna McGee doesn't seem to shy away from contact.
No, well, actually, McKenna is probably one of the more physical girls there.
Yeah.
And she's one of the smaller ones.
Yeah, she's a little tough nut. Lajwe actually was trying to get that ball under control, diving to her right, but because if it went over the end line, it was going to be a corner kick, and I think she was trying to save that. Well, here we got the wind actually blowing in the face of the girl going to take this corner kick.
They're really spread out here, Bill. It'll be interesting what happens.
It's put on to about the 12-yard line. Jillian Scott gets a head on it, clears it, and it's a goal kick. It's off a Dutchman player over the end line. Score remains 1-0. 24.5 minutes left in the second half here on Hometown Cable. New York State Championship soccer action. This is Final Four for Class C at Cortland High School. And Saturday morning, 9:38 start on November 16th. November 17th. Hey, it's going to be 2 years tomorrow. I've been retired from the Department of Corrections, Steve.
Wow. I'm about 6.5, Bill.
Steve's been retired for 6.5 years. Out of bounds off the foot of Dernan.
I have to correct that, Bill. That was 7.5 years.
Oh, 7.5. Well, good for you. 7.5 years. The girl's got a strong foot. She sent it right over the heads of everybody, including her own players.
Well, that's in for the win. We've only got, I think, a couple girls.
I think that's number 9. She's a sweeper, I believe.
Yeah, she is. Probably a senior.
Yeah, she's a senior. She's a captain of the team, Chelsea Group. Or Grupp. G-R-U-P-P, Group. Dernan leans in. The Dutchman player there and able to move the ball up the field. Good play there by Dernan. Warwick goes back to McGee. Good play there. Warwick overruns the ball. That should be a Bobcat throw. It is. McKenna McGee will take the throw. Cats with still a lot of time here. Only down by 1 goal. Taylor Dernan puts it down the left side to some open space. That captain of the defense and of the team for the Dutchman clears it away. Warwick. There's Alexis Boris. She's watching Smith right now. Megan McGee tries to help Boris out. They get it off her foot. Now it's Dernan in the middle of the field. Dernan taps it outside. Yeah, there was an opportunity right there. You put it on her right foot and nail it into that right-hand corner where Rachel Ben can race down there. And that's where you don't...
They're actually working hard, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All they need is one break here. 1 or 2 breaks, and they can be right back in this. But they are in it. They're only down by 1 goal. Anything can happen in a game of soccer. I've seen soccer games where one team control the whole play in one end of the field, and just the other team gets a break, goes up, scores a goal, ends up winning the game, 1-0. Happened many times. Taylor Durnan. She tried to use her body to shield off that defender that time, but the girl stepped around her. A little nifty play on her part. Durnan works hard, keeps it in. Warwick saves it. Oh. And the man with the flag says that the whole ball was all out. Warwick looked like she saved it from going out of bounds. Good work there by the Bobcats. So working hard. Taylor Durnan, Ellie Warwick, Megan McGee, McKenna McGee.
They're going to have to come up with a little magic here, Bill.
Well, I think they've switched. We've got Durnan not Mark and Schmidt anymore.
Oh, we got Alexis.
Yeah, Alexis is.
Which is a great defender.
Actually, I think Sharon Relation has told some point here has told Taylor Durnan to start thinking offense, because she appears to be thinking more offensively here. She blocks that pass attempt. Sent into the penalty area. Jillian Scott, loose ball, kicked away by Bulrush. Wow, Bobcat defense swarming in on that ball, able to. Schmidt, I think, fell down there. The ball just seems to be bouncing really funny off this turf here today. Really, there's a lot of backspin on it. That one looked like it bounced away from Anna Lashway. Didn't have a lot of oomph behind it either. And
because I thought she was going to grab that fairly easy.
I did too. But it seemed to slow down though. I don't know if the wind, and then when it hit the ground, it bounced kind of funny. A little defensive breakdown there by Scott and Lashway, but they were able to recover. Bulrush was there to make sure nobody picked up that loose ball and put it in the net. Megan McGee gets a knee on it. Durnan. There's a ball over the top. Pazer now moves over to the right side of the field. Out of bounds. Throw in for the Bobcats just inside the Dutchman end of the field. Durnan trying to move it down the right side. Ball's put into the middle. Ellie Warwick and McKenna McGee are there for the Cats. Got a cheer of "Here we go Bobcats" by the NAC crowd going. We're in the Steel Pavilion area, just on top of the press box. There was a guy here earlier from MSG out of New York City here to record the game and then pick out the highlights is what he told us, but then we found out he was at the wrong game. He stood here and talked to us a good 15-20 minutes before he said, uh-oh, I'm not in the right field. Young kid from 28 years old, working for MSG, and traveled up from Long Island. Shoot that. You got to shoot it. It's a goal! And the Bobcats have tied it. 16:51 on the clock. It's a 1-1. Who scored that? Taylor Durnan? Taylor Durden with the goal. I think she heard me. I tell her to shoot that. That's all we needed was a break. 1-1 Bobcats and Dutchmen are all knotted up here. I believe as the goal scorer was Taylor Durnan, and we had just got done talking about how I think Sharon Relation was told her thinking. Yeah, it was. And the Cats. That's Bolrus kicking the ball out of bounds over the end line. Close to 11 o'clock here in the morning. The sun is drifting out of our eyes now. It's a corner kick coming for the Dutchman. Durning going high and up over the keeper. Was she outside the 18 on that shot?
I think she was just inside.
Yeah, well, she was maybe on the 10-yard line or so, I think.
Yeah, right around the line.
Yeah. You know, I'm saying right onto the camera here, I said, shoot that, and she did. 1-1 ball game now, folks. Anybody's game here. Dutchman. Durnan. McKenna McGee. Touches it inside their end. Now Megan McGee. Rachel Ben. No! Offside's called. Surely didn't look it to me, but she might have been in the offside position just prior to the kick. They surely looked like they were shoulder to shoulder.
Hello. We just started. $16 minutes left here. We almost scored again. No.
That's cleared away by Scott. Bobcats. They've survived quite a few scares here. Jillian Scott, Alexis Bolrus. Defensively, Anna Lasway playing a real strong game. She's going to let that go over the end line. 1-1. 14 minutes left here in the regulation. Last time me and Steve Chilton were together here for Hometown Cable, we watched 110 minutes of soccer, then a shootout. That was the first playoff game for the Bobcats against the Blue Bombers. Bobcats prevailed in the shootout. Maybe we got a little deja vu going here, Steve.
We've always came from behind this year, though. We've been behind this year.
Steve saying the Bobcats have come from behind quite a bit this year. What's their record? 15-3-2, I believe it is.
Right.
Bobcats with 15 wins. Once again, remind everybody it's their first trip ever for girls varsity soccer to a Final Four. This is at the Class C level.
You know what I know, Bill? It takes just a bounce.
Yeah. 6 years ago was the last time NAC won a sectional title. And prior to that, Brian Bouye won a sectional title in the late 90s. Durnan. Could have got him. Pushed the ball through there. McKenna McGee. Bobcats. Megan McGee. Shot from outside. The keeper able to handle that. Bobcats here have the momentum shifting in their favor at this moment. 12-20 and counting in regulation. Like McKenna McGee, once again, will say she has played a tough game out there today. Holding their own now. Smith being watched by Bulrush. Smith at the left foot. Sends it wide of the net. It's the shot towards the goal, but it's out of the reach of Lajway and goes over the end line and out of bounds. As we get later here in the morning, we are getting more of a wind at our backs. I'm going to have to start maybe break out my gloves here. I got my gray coat on with underneath it my green vest, and underneath that a green or gold shirt. Old gold, that is. Battle in the midfield. Dernan, the goal scorer, with the ball. Steps to her right. Nice play there. Stepping around the defender. Dernan still with the ball. Touches it. Down the left side. Ben. Gonna get there? Nope. The captain for the Dutchman lets it go out of bounds. Some good work there by Taylor Dernan, trying to send the ball up in Rachel Ben's neck of the woods. Jeezum Crow, it's 1-1 here on Hometown Cable. Saturday, November 16th in Cortland, New York. Dernan now. Dernan has decided to take this game over all by herself. And we got a call against the Dutchman. Megan McGee ended up on the ground. The Bobcat crowd really getting into this now. And the Holland people sitting on the edge of their seats, a little nervous. Yards off the ball, lady. Bang him up, bang him up. Alexis Boris will take the kick. Megan McGee looking for some space. It's put into the box. Ellie Warwick. Oh, she'd have turned. That's right on the backside of Ellie Warwick, but skips by her, goes over the end line. Great chance for the Cats, and they're not able to capitalize. 1-1, down under 10 minutes. 9.5 on the clock. Dutchman feeling the pressure of the Bobcats.
9 minutes.
Ball's on the far side of the field, over there by Coach Relation and company. Alexis Bulrush. Smith now battling with Bulrush. Smith on the 20-yard line. Megan McGee comes in, helps out, clears it away, gets it off the foot of Smith. Very dangerous ball player there. Smith, Olivia Smith, 46 goals. Well, and Dania Burrell trips up the Dutchman player. I think the clock has been stopped. 8:36 on the clock. Didn't do it intentionally. They're calling in for the coaches. Might as well shut her off. Okay, we got a free kick. Far side, almost like a corner kick. The wind now blowing in the face of the Dutchman player that's got to take this kick. Dania Burrell tripping up the Dutchman player. She was attended to. Jillian Scott, calmly and coolly, just kicks that out of there. Now see that she seemed a little tentative on that. That's in my opinion. She should have come into that ball where she could have drove it up the field.
I agree.
Ball's loose in front, out of bounds. Should be a goal kick for the Cats. And Bobcats will have a goal kick it out of there. Dutchman with another chance. Score remains 1-1. Taps into the middle. Ben trying to go back to Dernan. Dernan uses her strength. Maintains control of the ball. Taps to Ben. Ben. Oh. Megan McGee sends it up over to the halfback. Megan McGee. That bounces. And the fullback for the Dutchman kicks it out of bounds, and we got a throw in. Dernan now with the ball. Taps to Megan McGee, or McKenna McGee. Nice play there. McKenna sends it in. Dernan is going to be by herself in the middle of the field. She ends up falling down. Loose ball. Rachel, keep going, Rachel. Keep going, Rachel. Bobcats applying the pressure here in the last 10 minutes or so. Dernan. McGee's there. McGee will kick it into the box. A keeper on the 6-yard line handles it with ease. 6.5 minutes left. Since that goal by Taylor Dernan, the Bobcats have had some good chances here. Offensively, they picked up their game here. Once they made the move Dernan into the center halfback position. Ellie Warwick can't run that ball down. Gained about 5 yards on that throw-in. Ben got 3 defenders on her. Got to tap it inside. She goes to Dernan. Dernan, neatly stolen away by the Dutchman player. Picks it off the foot of Dernan. Warwick. It's muscled off the ball. Nice move there. Runs out of real estate. The Bobcats will get the ball with the throw-in. 1-1 is the score here. Hometown Cable Championship Soccer. New York State Championship Soccer. Northern Adirondack Bobcat girls in their first ever Final Four Class C level. Schmidt steps on the ball, maintains control. Also in the Final Four this year for Section 7, 2 Shazy teams playing at the D level. Ball's kicked out of bounds off the foot of Schmidt. Wide of the net, goal kick for the Cats. Shazy boys and Shazy girls, Class D level. I believe the girls play at noontime on this field. They're scheduled noontime. Well, it's a little bit after 11 now, 11:06 on my watch. Moving to her left. Oh, tried to go back to her right, and Megan Burnell and Jillian Scott are there for the Cats. Warwick at midfield. 4.5 minutes left. Taylor Dernan sends it up over to the defender. Ball's going out of bounds. It'll be the Bobcats throw-in. Couple of players out there for both teams look a little tired, Steve. Not a lot of subbing from both teams here, and in the later stages of this second half. Megan McGee trying to get the shot off. Warwick, right side, falls down, ball's loose, sent over the touchline. It's a throw in NAC, deep in Dutchman territory. Down under 4 minutes left in regulation. We're knotted up 1-1. Wild Bill Chase here with smiling Steve Chilton. Dutchman player gets a hit on it in that area where the Bobcats player Taylor Dernan scored. They go back to Burnell. Burnell puts it over to the left side. And the keeper moving to her right, able to snare that loose ball inside the penalty area. Megan McGee, or McKenna McGee, nice play there. Keep the ball in the Dutchman end. That's off the Dutchman player. Bora steps up, gets around Schmidt, sends it over to the touchline on a quick restart. Dernan looked like she got knocked down. No call there. Good strong reaction from the NAC crowd on that one.
Yeah. They're going to let them battle.
Yeah. Really, the crowd has woken up since that goal by NAC. 1-1 is the score. Olivia Pazer. Falls off her foot and goes out of bounds. Megan McGee. Warwick. Oh, then number 1 getting a head on that just in time, as Warwick would have been in all alone. Trying to pick up that loose ball. Cats keeping the Dutchmen hemmed in their own end in the late stages of this Final Four semifinal game for Class C Championship Girls Varsity Soccer for New York State. Dernan. McGee gonna get there. McGee taken down on top of the 18. That's a trip. That's a trip. That's a trip. Clock is Jillian Scott's going to take this kick. Ball's loose inside the box. The keeper comes out, snares it. Poor throw. NAC with the ball. NAC with the push here. Final minute left. Megan McGee. Loose ball. Merle can't get there. It's going to go out of bounds. Bobcats will throw. Not much time left here in the half. Looks like we're probably going to see overtime. Dernan. Strong second half. Moved her up into center half, and Bobcats offense picked up tremendously. Official time on the field. Not much time left. Got to get the shot off if you can. Put into the middle. No, it's going to go over the end line. That might run out the clock. Official in the middle of the field, looking at her stopwatch. Official time kept on the field. Holland crowd decides to wake up because NAC's been out shouting them, making more noise. Shoot it. Can't be much time left. Think we got overtime, Steve?
I think so, Bill.
1-1. Championship soccer on Hometown Cable, your ultimate high school sports network in Clinton County. There it is, folks. 2 10-minute overtimes. The Bobcats coming from behind, down 1-0 at the half. Taylor Dernan with 16 minutes left on the clock puts it in the back of the net, and we got an overtime game here in this Final Four of Class C Girls New York State Varsity Soccer. Okay, overtime here in this Final Four Class C Girls Varsity Soccer on Hometown Cable. Northern Adirondack and Holland knotted up at 1 after 80 minutes of regulation soccer. Played 2 10-minute overtimes. Nobody scored then. We'll play 2 5-minute sudden death ones. Nobody scores then. We'll go to a shootout. Wild Bill Chase here with Steve Chilton down here in Cortland, New York. This game started about 9:38 in the morning. About 11:17 now. Overtime underway. Taylor Dernan with the tying goal in the second half. Lifted the foot up. So an illegal throw. Dutchman scored with 1 minute and 13 seconds into the game. Olivia Smith, their leading scorer, picking up the goal. So they're out to an early lead, 1-0. The Bobcats, since then, have been able to keep the Schmidt and company off the board. And then Taylor Dernan with 16 and change left in the second half. Scored her goal to tie it up for NAC. Dernan has been moved into the center halfback position. Switching with Megan McGee. Megan McGee now dropping back to play in the Diamond D defense. McKenna McGee, once again, we'll state it again. She's played a strong game. She's a little tough nut. Not a lot of size to her, but she's not afraid to out there. Ellie Warwick Rachel Venn. Olivia Pazer up front for the Bobcats. Bobcats, after scoring that goal, tremendous offensive push in the late stages of that second half. That's out of bounds over the end line. Crowd's going to get bigger here now. Shazy people will start arriving. Expecting a 12 o'clock start for their Class D semifinal girls game. Class D state playoffs. Almost, it's almost automatic now. The Shazy teams, boys and girls, find themselves in Final Fours. Not quite sure where the boys are being Final Fours are being played this year. Anna Lajwe has played a tremendous game in net for the Bobcats. She's made some big saves. Smith being watched by Bulrus. Well, some arms coming up there on her. No call made. Smith now still with the ball. Sends it into the middle. Brunel girls there. Applied a defensive pressure to the other Dutchman player, trying to put the ball in the net for the Holland.
Well, they had 40 minutes to know one another now, Bill.
40-80. Oh, you mean...
Win that ball!
80, actually, that's right.
Lajwe. Ooh! Ball got away from her, but she's got this uncanny ability to actually dive on some balls that then you wonder, where'd the ball go? And then she stands up and she's got it in her hands. Big save she made against the Kandahar Cougars right at the end of the half, and keeping the score 1-0 at that time. Kandahar tied it up, and then NAC scored 2 goals in the second half there. Nice ball there, Rachel Venn. She got to contend though with that captain and the captain of the team and the defense. Ooh, nice play by Pazer. Gets around the defender. That ball doesn't go anywhere. It's kicked up high in the air. Anything high in the air here now. The wind's been blowing where we are. Down where the NAC fans and Holland people are sitting, the wind's being blocked out by the press box. But up here, we're in this open steel pavilion just on top of the press box. Five minutes left here in this first overtime period. Then Megan McGee. Is that guy from Holland? Is he cheering for Megan McGee? Oh, they got a Megan on their team, maybe. There's McGee. To McGee. To Durnan. Durnan using her body to shield off the Dutchman player. Nice play there by Taylor Durnan. But unable to maintain control. That's out of bounds. Should be an NAC throw. Subs coming in. Who's that, Amanda Wilson that came in, number 21? I think so.
I'd like to see my granddaughter get in there, but she's
Paige still hurt?
Paige is still out. That's 3 weeks.
Paige Stilton not able to play here. Big loss for the Bobcats. One of the first ones actually in the early part of the season that came off the bench. She sustained an injury, and Steve says she's got 3 weeks. Wilson drives that ball into the Dutchman defender. Amanda Wilson. Gone in the game for Burrow, I believe. Back defensively, we got on to stopper position as Megan McGee. The outside fulls are Alexis Boris and Megan Burnell. Sweeper is Jillian Scott. Boris is following Olivia Smith around. Megan McGee, far side of the field, will throw the ball in. We're down to 3 minutes left here in the opening overtime. 1-1 is the score. Bill Chase, Steve Chilton, here with Calvin Castine's camera. 31 years. Hometown Cable's been on the air. 31 years. We hope it'll be on for another 31 years. Looks like that's who that is. Mr. George Brendler down there. One of my bigger fans. My only fan out of Shazy. I have a lot of people say to me, I'm your only friend from Altona. You can't be giving me a hard time. George has never said that to me. Great man, George Brendler. I've never had to give him a hard time. Oh, Schmidt gets a rocket off, but again, they force her wide. Bobcats doing a nice job since Schmidt scored that goal early in the game, keeping her contained. She's had chances, but she hasn't gotten, lately, hasn't got any shots that would, well, I don't know how in soccer, I think they count them as shots anyways, anything towards the net. But on the net, she's had a hard time. Megan McGee gets tripped up from behind. NAC will get the free kick. Down under 2 minutes in this opening overtime. Bobcats got a sub at the table waiting to come in. Jillian Scott. The Warwick. Her spin, puts a spin on it, heads it up. Ben trying to go to Dernan, but just behind her a little bit. Bowler steps up there, sends it in on the Dutchman defense. Ben lets it go by. Dernan trying to give it a go back to Ben. Stolen away by number 22 for the Dutchman. Megan McGee cuts her off at midfield and sends the ball out of bounds. It'll be a Dutchman throw-in. Nice play there by Megan McGee. Bobcat crowd been rowdy, especially since Taylor Duran tied it up. Tied it up we are, 1-1, and we're in overtime of this Class C Final Four semifinal game. Winner this game advances to play in a championship game tomorrow morning. No, at 10 o'clock. Oh, a move there. Schmidt, she had the chance to go possibly towards the net there, and she chose to kick the ball back. It ended up being a big break for the Bobcats. And where that the Bobcats that's the end of the first overtime. 10 minutes are up. Score remains 1-0 or 1-1. Steve Chilton, Bill Chase for Hometown Cable will be back after a break. Are we on? Okay, we're back on the air here. Wild Bill Chase, Steve Chilton. Another 10 minutes overtime period here. Both teams now have switched the ends of the fields. The Dutchmen in their purple and gold uniforms now attacking the net to my left. And the Bobcats in their home uniforms of white down the middle, yellow on the sides, and then green numbers. Moving to my right. 1-1 is the score. You know that. You've been watching. Megan McGee. Boris. Nice play to McGee. McGee goes to Dernan. Dernan moving to her left. Steps to her right. Nice play by Dernan. Taps it down the right side. Warwick. That's behind Warwick. That's put in. I think they ought to attack this right side and Warwick. This is the number one is a little bit more tentative out of all their defenders. From what I've noticed anyways. Daniel Burrow now on our far side of our near side of the field on the throw into Dernan. Dernan calmly Was outside to Burrell. Burrell gets there. Nope. It's out of bounds. Throw in for the Dutchman. 10 more, well, less than 9 minutes left of this overtime period. I believe we got 2 5-minute sudden death periods after this if nobody has scored. Steve Chilton, Bill Chase here on for Hometown Cable. Rachel Venn can't get there. 11 does for the Dutchman. McKenna, McGee, strong work there. Gets through to 2 players of the Dutchman. Durnan. The old, let me kneel down and trap it ball. Durnan trying to find Ben, but that pass attempt was blocked. Megan McGee with her a little more hop in her step. Sends the ball over the touchline. Burnell right there on the backside of the Dutchman player trying to move the ball offensively. And now the ball's close to midfield. Ben with it. Ben to Durnan. Durnan now with it. Durnan. Go step over move. Durnan. Nice ball to Warwick. Warwick. Trying to go back inside to Durnan. Back to that throw-in position we were before. Burrell to Warwick. Burrell stepping up. Oh, Durnan, that ball's deflected. She couldn't get there. Megan Burnell working hard. Burnell getting a little physical. Yeesh. Didn't look that physical. Didn't look like it awarded a call, but call was made. From our position anyways. Megan McGee there to get her thighs on that. Rachel Ben applying some pressure to the captain of the team. Ball's at midfield. Jillian Scott, Bobcats. Much more in control now. Anna Lajway, I think it's been a while since she's touched the ball, Steve. Section 7. Northern Adirondack Bobcats representing Section 7 here at Class C Girls Varsity Soccer in the Final Four, New York State. Cortland, New York on a sunny Saturday morning, November 16th. Shot deflected. Lajway right there.
Ball just skipped off that ground pretty good.
Oh yeah, I think it was deflected. I mean, if she had moved any more to her left, it could have been in the back of the net. Got a handball called against NAC. 5 minutes left in the second overtime period. The ball set quickly. The captain of the team, number 9, their stopper, will take the kick. McGee, it's over her head. Corner kick, I think it skipped off McGee's head, out of bounds. This captain now will have the wind at her back. She's got a hell of a foot on her. So last few corner kicks, when she was down on the other end of the field, she sailed up over the defenders. Crowd getting rowdy here, both sides. Split near the 18, head on it. Smith. Loose ball. You got to clear that. You got to. That was a scary situation there. The defender didn't look like she.
I didn't breathe at all, Bill.
Steve couldn't breathe. Well, NAC defender wasn't a little indecisive about what to do with it. Kick it out of bounds, even if it makes them have another corner kick. What's the big deal? relieve the pressure. They got a break. The Dutchman girl kicked it out of bounds. NAC now, free kick here. Warwick can't shield off the Dutchman player. Dutchman trying to mount an attack here. There's Schmidt with the ball. Moves to her left. Breaking through the pack. Megan McGee steals it off her foot, kicks it over the end line. Goal kick coming up for, not goal kick, corner kick. Excuse me. Then I've played to this overtime period 100 minutes of soccer. Neither team really subbing a lot, so it's just going to be a matter of who can withstand to have the come down to who's got more guts and wants to end up with that glory, so to speak. Toughness. Jillian Scott. Blocked by Bolris. Nice play defensively. Jillian Scott comes over. Sends the ball over to touchline. Holland here last couple of minutes, keeping the Bobcats hemmed in their own end. It's 1-1. We're in overtime. Body contact there. Blocked. Top inside the 18. Now it's outside. Dernan trying to move the ball up the field. Taken down from behind. NAC defender. Megan McGee. There she is. Lajway smothered another ball. Scooping that one out of the air. Officials missed the call. Megan McGee was taken down from behind by Schmidt. Down under 2 minutes left in this overtime. Alexis Bolris kicks the ball out of bounds. No, that's Megan Burnell, excuse me. Number 12 for the Dutchman will take the throw in. Schmidt looking to get on the receiving end of that throw in, but Megan McGee, Sky getting up there and heading that ball out of harm's way. Jillian Scott. Scott using the body. Contact there.
1 minute.
1 minute left. Tangling up Burnell is Schmidt. Schmidt kicks the ball over the end line. Goal kick. That'll eat up some seconds. And you got the ball down in this end. You don't care. That's what you want. The clock to tick down in your favor. It's off the side of Dernan. To get it up to Warwick. Warwick across middle field. On the heel move. Down on the ground is Warwick. That'll go over the touchline.
23 seconds.
23 seconds according to Steve's calculations. See if he's in tune with the official. Billy Dernan just down below me yelled 20 seconds. Megan McGee. There it is. Steve was just like 3-4 seconds off. 1-1, the score remains after 2 10-minute overtimes and 100 minutes of soccer here. The Dutchman and the Bobcats all knotted up at 1 here on Hometown Cable. Championship soccer action.
We're back on the air here. Bobcats here. We're in the first 5-minute overtime here. It's sudden death now, I believe. Still 1-1.
Well, I had to text message Amanda, my daughter, NAC graduate, the score. Living down there in Asheville, North Carolina now. 1-1 here. Steve Chilton there, taking a couple seconds on the air. Thank you, Steve. Sudden death. 5-minute periods. If we get a goal, the game's over. Ball's loose. Oh, great chance. Rachel Venn can't get the shot off. Switch ends of the fields. Megan McGee knocked down from behind. No call made. Whoa. Okay. Somebody down there in NAC is yelling, "Do your job, ref. You're getting paid for this." Well, I don't know.
The official's not going to decide this game.
No, but that's at midfield too. It's. I gotta put my gloves back on. There. Okay. McKenna McGee, not afraid to mix it up. She gets knocked down inside the 18. And the Bobcats with a free kick. They didn't switch ends of the field here. They have another coin toss. You have a coin toss at the end of the regulation, then you have another coin toss at the end of the first 2 10-minute overtimes, and you decide if you want the ball, or you want the end of the field. Ellie Warwick hustling there. And then they'll have another coin toss if we got to go to a shootout. Oh, no. The crowd is awake, folks. The crowd is awake, both sides. The guys in the green shirt got something to do with it. Somebody just yelled about the bald-headed guy to get the hair out of his eyes. Girls are battling. The fans are battling. Wild Bill Chase, Steve Chilton here, bringing you all the action. McKenna McGee working hard, gets there. Megan puts it up to midfield. Taylor Durnan, nope. It's cut off. Now Durnan with the ball, moving to her right. Durnan trying to send Ellie Warwick down the right side. Megan McGee steps up. Rachel Ben has been kept under wraps pretty much the entire ball game here. Not having any great chances. Bobcats were down 1-0 at the half, but they scored in the second half with 16 minutes left. Tied it up 1-1. We went to 2 10-minute overtimes. On the attack of the Dutchman. Ball skips into the keeper, Lajway. She picks it up. I think that's Olivia Smith taking a hard fall there. She ran into the keeper, tripped up over her, and Lajway looked at her like, "Hey, what's the matter with you? Get off the ground." Anna wasn't really concerned about her health and welfare. Anna Lajway is going to veer to her left. 1 minute left. Official time on the field by the official in the middle of the field. Ben. Two of them on her that time. She can't get away. Bolrus battling with Smith. Smith with the ball. Off Bolrus. Out of bounds. Corner kick coming. Got to get out of the way when quarter kicks on this side. The captain, number 9 for the Dutchman. Setting the ball. It's not even on the line. She's outside the area there, official. Got a little something on it. It's a goal! Off the post. Ball game's over. Holland wins. Holland wins.
About 10 seconds left in this half.
Yeah, and that's sudden death. And off the corner kick. As a result of 2 corner kicks, that's how they scored both of their goals. And Northern Adirondack with an outstanding effort here in this Final Four. And it comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak. Down by 1 at halftime. Taylor Durnan tied it up. Went into overtime, and then with about 10 seconds left in that first sudden death overtime, I'm not quite sure who scored the goal, but it was their captain, number 9, putting that in a ball into the middle of front of the net of Bobcats and went off the girl got a head on it, went off the post, and spinned into the net. So congratulations to Sharon Relation and Northern Adirondack girls. Job well done. Represented Northern Adirondack School in Section 7 for Class C here in this Final Four. Tremendous effort on their part. A little tentative at the beginning, but once they scored that goal, they were right there with them and had their chances. And it's Olivia Smith picking up the goal on the head. They just announced it. So this is Steve Chilton and Bill Chase for Hometown Cable. I want to wish everybody a good day. Remember to